Ah, thank you. Oh, dang dude. Red. Dude, I love that raid music. We're gonna get DMCA'd hard one day for it though. What's up, Red? I guess I should say hi to more people except for Red. Hello, Red! Only Red! Hey, Red! Hi, Red! Yo, Red! Thank you for the raid, Ren. What's up, Papa? 8% Eric. Little John, Gargon, welcome. Inde. Wake up, push, play. I think I got everyone. Vance, Valis, welcome everybody. Yeah. My brain just like died there. Yo, what's up, Gargon? My favorite viewer. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm like 8 bits. Hello, favorite Gargon. And ZK. But welcome everybody. This is Goof Troop. We speedrun it co-op and solo. It's actually a pretty good run. But where are we up to, Ren? I appreciate that raid very much. We just lost a run with like probably the most cursed commentaries, so that's probably a good thing. So we'll take that. We admitted that we were a thief as a child. But life has changed.
Matt
I'm not about that stealing life
anymore. Goof Troop should be your name for your viewers. Dave's Goof Troop.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, Castlevania, right on. That's a really good one. And yeah, technically, I guess if people didn't know, the dude that made Resident Evil, this was like his first game, I think. So, Papa is correct there. Oops, I'm an idiot. This was like the first one that he planned, or the first one that he created. I'm not sure which one it was. He was like the lead designer or something like in it. So how did you enjoy Castlevania then, Ren? What's up, Monica? Welcome on in. So if you're like totally new to this run, this is a weird mixture of skill. There's a lot of execution that goes behind it to mitigate RNG specifically. And then basically the run at the very end is like total RNG. Pete just decides whether or not you set a PB. Pete, out of all the speedruns that I've ever learned or ever known at all, is probably like the worst source of RNG. We can kill Pete as low as almost below, I think below a minute, and then sometimes he takes like 2.5 minutes to kill. So he is like major gatekeeper. Yo. He is a gatekeeper, like total gatekeeper. And thank you to whoever followed. I can't see that yet. But I appreciate that. That was actually pretty decent. Ah, Papa. Papa playing live. Thank you. Itchy, tasty. Pete B? And it goes pretty good, Ren. Thanks for asking. How did you enjoy apparently Castlevania 4? And thank you again for that raid. But my shoutout thing is still busted. If you are so kind to manually do that, Epic, I would appreciate that. But Ren is a crazy good artist. He does a lot of variety streaming. He's a very friendly personality. I actually watch like a lot of variety streamers on Twitch. Really good streamer with a really friendly personality. So did you beat Castlevania 4? Was that a thing, or did you just kind of play through it? Because I feel that's one that you either grasp really quickly and you do pretty decent at, or it kind of walls you for a little bit. I think the very first time that I beat Castlevania 4, it took like 4 hours. So it was pretty decent. Move, dude. Thank you. Get that bastard. There is, for some reason, an Alf video game, Monica. What's up, Diagach and Base Guy? Why it exists, I don't know, but it does exist. Man, Alf died with like the 90s so hard. I remember love watching Alf. And Dinosaurs too. That sadly died with the 90s. I really like that old show. I'll have to wait like a sucker. What a weird cycle. Sword. You don't speak of Alf. Alf the video game or Alf the TV show? Although I have to admit, I actually did go back and watch Alf recently. And it aged pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the jokes are like typical 80s sitcom family stuff. Like almost too lighthearted to be funny.
Bass Guy said, Yabba do I like talking to you, Matt McGrath.
Oh shit, I didn't... Okay, that's okay. Actually, that's not okay. You need 3 lives going into the next screen. Oh, did he? That's funny, Papa. I don't think I've ever really known anybody that had like some kind of laugh that you could like attribute to pop culture or something like that. And congratulations on beating CV4. That's actually, I don't know if you've ever seen this speedrun. I've always told people, like, especially when they're kind of like variety streaming and stuff like that, to check out certain speedruns after, like after the fact. And that would be 100% one to check it out. Like, they squeezed almost every single frame out of CV4. And there's some really scary jumps and like tricks in there. It's a really cool run to check out. Alf never made it to the UK. Honestly, that's not a bad thing. You weren't missing much. I don't think there's a really good episode of Alf that I would say is like peak pop culture or something. But how you doing, Theogotch and Base Guy? Yeah, one of the craziest ones was Bloodlines. Like, that might be one of the craziest speedruns I think that I've ever seen on my entire time on Twitch, but specifically hard mode Bloodlines. And thank you for that resub, Base Guy. But like, Bloodlines is insane if you've never seen that speedrun on hard. Pretty sure they have cats in America, Matt, or UK. Probably still eat cats. Alright, sleep well, Ren. Have a good night, dude. Thank you for the raid and sharing your community. Appreciate it like always. Worst partner ever. Yeah, that's funny. It's actually funny. I used to play Chip and Dale with my brother, and it was the same kind of thing. Chip and Dale on NES. Like, we would always just like pick each other up and like throw each other off ledges and stuff. I remember beating that game as a kid solo. I don't think I ever beat it with my brother. Like, he was always tossing me off a ledge, or like I was always tossing him off a ledge or something. So... Okay, this is actually a really good act 3 so far. We are doing the thing. It's actually being pretty good. Bananas? Okay, we'll take cherries. Act 3, like you can mitigate for the most part RNG in this run for like the first 2 levels. And then 3, 4, and 5, I have like some of the worst RNG in the entire game. So at that point, there's still some manipulations, you can kind of control it, but for the most part, there's like one screen in particular in Act 4 and Act 5 that are just completely out of your control. Like the game just has to say like, yes, you won't be punished today. Chainsaw, I have no idea who this dude is, so I'm not sure. Okay, we are gonna hit you. Oh, dude, I didn't mean to take a hit there. Wow! Okay, almost took that to the head. Almost. Oh, Pete's dog. No, I don't think so, not in this one then. It's not a popular run, like my girlfriend and I run it co-op, which is like the best speedrun, I think. And then solo it's okay, but it's not very popular. Like the amount of time that I've existed on Twitch is about 4 years now or something. And there's only been a handful of people that have picked this one up. So I kind of wish more people did for sure. Oh, dang. He was dead there too, I think. It didn't matter. Jump. It's a really good co-op game. Okay, this actually is crazy. I almost never save time on these guys, so this is a really good fight. My previous split and like my PB was like super gold there, so it's very hard to save time on the skeletons. Pretty much to the point like every single time that I'm there, I lose like 20 seconds, so it's a fun split to run against. Okay. Okay. Oh, you bastard! Literally. Expert barrel sniper. That's lame. Oh, dude. Okay, those are like massively big pickups. You got pretty lucky there. Yeah, it's wholesome, but in a really vulgar way, I guess. But no, it is really cool. It's really, really cool. We run a couple things. Wild guns, and technically Turtles in Time. We technically learned Chip and Dale, although we never put a run together. And then this one as well, Goof Troop. So I think 7th for Goof Troop, 1st for Wild Guns, and I don't know about the other ones now. But it's definitely fun. And co-op just in general, like, it doesn't need to be like a girlfriend or boyfriend or something like that, but if you can co-op run with somebody, it's like infinitely better than speedrunning, I think, solo. So if you can arrange that yourself, it's a very fun way to approach a game. But this is like absolutely perfect co-op game. There's literally like 4 screens where like Goofy is worthless. Otherwise, Goofy needs to like act in a very specific way to help out Max, and Max needs to act in a very specific way to help out Goofy. Like you literally, if like one person doesn't do their job, like you can't do the screen properly. So it's like absolutely perfect in how it was routed. Okay, red guy, don't be an ass. Don't be an ass, red guy. He's being an ass. Okay, he's not being an ass. You gotta change of heart. Thank you, red guy. So this upcoming room is like the worst, arguably, I would say one of 2 rooms anyway, with absolute worst RNG in the game. So it's incredibly easy just to lose a shit ton of time here for no reason, because there's like 4 random green guys, and they can walk in any direction, and they just have to line up here. Nope. So we have 2 rogues. But these guys suck. This room sucks. I will take that, sadly. At least it killed him too. But now we're in a horrible situation because 0 lives means game over in this game. So if you just game over at any point, it's over. You don't actually have continues in solo. So not what we want, but we shall persevere, maybe. Oh, Resident Evil. I've never actually played that franchise. It would be very blind to me if I ever tried it one day. This room is actually one of Max's worst rooms in the entire game. He has a hard time moving. If he picks up a barrel, he loses like 50% of his speed. So this room actually need that banana. Okay, I'll take the time there just to have the 1 extra life. So at the very end of this run, there's actually a sub-pixel skip, and dying there is not cool either. So I've literally never played any of it. I should change that at some point. I do like horror. And Capcom has always been a pretty good publisher. Like, there's not a lot of games that I think Capcom has published in particular where I thought like, oh man, this sucks. But thank you to whoever hosted. I can't see that quite yet, but I appreciate that again. I didn't know that the Resident Evil ones were co-op. Or the early ones anyway. I've seen people, I think, speedrun 5 or 4. Yes. Yeah, Street Fighter is definitely an amazing franchise. Probably the most, in terms of franchises, that I've put more hours into Street Fighter. Literally from Street Fighter 2 all the way to 5. Gross amounts of hours. So, especially when university was still a thing. What about you guys? What's like the franchise that you've put like the most hours into? Dude, all the green shots. Ah, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I've seen Flippity Flam and Lethargic Waldo, I think, run 5. You actually have to be careful hitting these guys because they have weird iframes. And if you miss, you lose like 11 seconds or something like that per cycle. So it's not very cool. Ooh, wow, I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. That was really awkward. Okay, we're free. Yo, what's up, Sun Drinker? Oh, Fantasy Star Online, really epic. Apexcape, right on. I used to love Apexcape, but that like literally died in the 90s too. I haven't seen that in a long time. This is bad. Oh wow, I should've got hit there. I've never played WoW. I dodged that bullet for the most part. I actually had like a lot of friends that tried to get me interested in it too. Ape Escape was really good. Like the last game must have been made in like 1990 something, right? I don't think they ever recreated it or like re-released it or anything, or, like made a proper sequel. But I love the concept of that back then. Oh wow. So this is RNG room number 1. That was good luck. This is RNG room number 2. This red guy is not affected by the bell, so he just kind of moves and does whatever he wants. Like that. Oh shit, I'm a fool. Why did I do that? I have to hit these next 2 barrels, otherwise I have to reset the room and it takes forever. Well, this is horrible. It's like a 700 cycle. Yeah, MMOs are like always crazy like that. I technically used to play one called Tibia, but that was a long time ago and I haven't played that in like 6 years or something now. But they definitely are like a massive time sink. I think after that, like I never really played it, or played MMOs much though. I was kind of more interested in like the competitive side of gaming. And just speaking of that too, like Andy was really good in Street Fighter. Rich used to play it as well, so like the Swedes were really good. Dexter never played it though. Dexter was crazy good at Overwatch. Like literally competitive levels. He used to use Roadhog and Widowmaker. And he used to stream that, and then he never did. Like he stopped streaming it. But I always really liked watching him play Overwatch. There's like so many people within retro that primarily stream retro stuff, but they have like crazy competitive past in like modern games. Like Cats on Your Head, I don't know if people remember her, but she was really competitive into... Wait, this is the subpixel skip. Oh, first try? First try, dude, look at that. Literally first try. This is hard. we don't like that one. But she was really competitive into like what was it, Counter-Strike. I know Cool Kid was like crazy into Counter-Strike, I think. Just lots of people like that. So this is RNG room number like 3. And this is why it's... oh, this is why it sucks. Oh, okay. Wasn't horrible. That could be way better. But it could have been way worse too, so I'll take that and escape with it. Oh, literally none. I play Fortnite. Yeah, Ape Escape needs a new game, I think. I love the concept of that one. Do you remember Blasto at all? That was a game that I really liked, but it probably aged poorly. And sadly it was Phil Hartman's like last voice acting gig before he was murdered, I think. Okay, we have a legitimate shot. But Pete can say no. Even minus 17 ahead means nothing on this fight. Pete is like master time waster extraordinaire. Oh. Already I think Pete's saying no. He can spawn bombs literally right when the fight starts. Or he can jump around like an idiot for like 20 seconds there. Oh, I thought he was gonna hook me. Pete, please. Can you just try to kill me? oh. That was janky, actually. I think it's gonna be possible, actually. Oh wow, we actually PV'd. How impossible. Okay. That was an okay Pete. It went okay. But it's still sad, like he wasted like 20 seconds at the beginning, which is lame, but... we'll still take it. You want to go to jail, son? Yeah. What's up, Dan? How you doing, man? Hollow Knight, yeah. Hollow Knight has crazy movement, if that's what HK stands for. But thank you, Dan, and ZK, and Epic, and Sundrinker, and Matt McGrath, and Ghost Dunk, and Bass Guy, and Gargon. Appreciate it, y'all. So, I mean, like, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with this now. Because before we just squeaked under 25. And very realistically, I know I can get below 24, but that's when like top 3 is starting to happen. But at this point, it's total RNG grind. Like this still lost time to Pete just in general. But for me to lower this even more, like it's RNG. And I don't know if I enjoy games like that, where it's like, okay, to set the next PB, like it needs to be RNG opposed to execution or skill. Thank you, best viewer Gargon. Appreciate it, man. Okay, so I missed a little bit of stuff here. What was everybody's favorite? Heroes of the Storm I've never played before. Super Mario series, really not. That's actually interesting too. I've actually never really played, like I've always beat like Mario games for the most part as they came out, but then I never returned to them. Mario World alone is 100 plus hours. Phantasy Star Online is surprising to me, Epic. La Mulana is not. Donkey Kong is not. Mega Man is not. Ghosts and Ghouls is not. But I didn't know you had any interest in Phantasy Star Online. Xenoblade and Apex Gate. Really? Final Fantasy? I wouldn't have guessed that either, Bass Guy. Wow. Yeah. Lots of WoW. League of Legends and Unreal Tourney. Just Cause 2. I've never played. Witcher 3, 700 hours. I didn't know that that was the thing. Same with Time Splitters. I wouldn't have guessed that. Oh yeah, yeah. Like running against RNG is like I don't know how I feel about that. Like running against RNG, as long as you can mitigate it with execution or skill, is good. But once it becomes out of your control, then at that point, I don't know if I enjoy that grind anymore. And it's at that point, I think, for me now. Like, for me to get a good time, it's like all RNG. It just needs to say yes. Oh, dude, Jacob, thank you for the raid. Lots of ways to challenge yourself. Yeah, like if you like Super Mario World in theory, it's like an infinite wormhole when it comes to ROM hacks and stuff. There's like basically endless content. But I appreciate that, Jacob. What are we up to tonight? Jacob is a really good streamer. He streams quite a few random games, actually. Marble Madness, I take it back. Trash! Horrible. Almost good games. Marble Madness isn't one of those ones, though. I'm sorry, Jacob. But he does like Gemfire and Bomberman and a bunch of other good games. But Marvel of Madness is a rough one. I can't get behind that one. But I guess you're up to Marvel of Madness tonight. World of Warcraft. Stereo, dude. Yo, thank you, Kiwi Cannon. Thank you for following. I appreciate that. Yeah, he runs a lot of crazy stuff. Gemfire is like probably one of my favorites, even though that one's tricky. Unfortunately, I have to wait. There is an in-game time at the very end of this credit sequence. That's why we're letting the credits roll through right here. So that's required for the SRC leaderboard. Which is very lame because the actual ending sequence in Goof Troop is like 7 minutes long or something.